Do you want to stay here with these ladies and I'll go for my walk? Otherwise known as Hatfield. Morning campers, how the devil are you?
Morning campers, how the devil are you?
You joined me and Minnie on day 2 of our 3rd weekend, and today is cross. Today we came to Hatfield. We're now walking through Padfield and then Little Padfield, and we're going to head up to the top of the hill where there's an old disused quarry. Done this walk many times before, and then back down again the other side to Glossop. And hopefully in Glossop we'll have to find a nice pub. So 6 or 7 miles today. Going to take it nice and steady because we're both absolutely knackered after yesterday's what turned out to be 11-mile hike along the canal and the river to Didsbury, aren't we? Yeah. So going to take it easy and hopefully get some nice views. The weather doesn't know if it's going to be rainy or sunny. So the result is it's humid. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Hatfield's a lovely place. It must be great to live here. Very peaceful. It's even got its lone little lakelet and some allotments. 30 minutes and you're in the countryside, guys. Why are you stuck in your city centre apartment? And full of little surprises like this babbling little brook here. With its very old looking bridge over the top of it. Isn't that delightful? And over the other side of the bridge it continues down there. A little bench next to it as well. That must be lovely to sit there. I could fall asleep there listening to the sound of that brook. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I think I could too.
I'd have to explore up there one day. Never been up there. But the route, familiar route today, will stay with this. Across the fields to the farm, but first down this lovely little mossy lane. Aren't they? Little 4-petaled things going on. Better one there to look at. And they've got those little seed pod things that we used to when they're dry, we used to crack them open as kids and get the seeds out. And they're very spiky looking leaves. Yeah, I wonder what that is. Number 6, I think that is. That was a bit of a difficult one to get over, but we did, didn't we? In the end, after a bit of fence climbing tuition. Yeah, and I used to be an English teacher, can you believe that? Tuition, that's the word. Right, come on then, Minnie Poos. I wish you did do mini poos. Let's get up this bloody hill. I've stripped off, as you can see, down to my my fundraising charity jerkin, if you like, tabard, whatever you want to call it, which is perfect because it's sleeveless. Nice to let a bit of air through. Right, if there are any sheep, just so you know, in case anyone moans in the comments, not that anyone makes any comments, if there are any sheep, Minnie's going straight back on the lead. If there's any signs that say pheasants breeding or whatever, haggis is breeding season, then we're gonna go on the lead and obey all the rules, and that way you don't upset anyone. Would be nice to have a bit of partridge for dinner or something though, wouldn't it? What do you think, Minnie? You up to it? Not that way, this way. And guess what? There's a little surprise for you at the end. Yeah, there's a river! Bet you'll look forward to that. Nice little shallow paddling river that you can go in. I might even have a paddle myself. Unusual that you would have a cattle grid so close. I mean, obviously it's to protect the building and the people inside from hordes of roaming cattle, but I don't know, we're on the edge of the main road here. Can't imagine there's many cows wandering around freely, and sheep aren't really a threat to property, are they? I don't know. Or maybe it's, you know, from such a long time ago before this road was really busy, because this, as we're approaching now, is the main road between Glossop and the reservoirs, and then off onto Sheffield. So, you know, and it's very busy now, but maybe at one point there was just a lane and cows and sheep used to roam freely, who knows. So we're gonna, as you can see, it's Sunday, isn't it? So they've got all the Sunday drivers out and there's no real footpath, so we're gonna head over to the other side of the road in a minute, and thankfully we haven't got far to go before we turn right across the fields. After this one, are you ready? Oh no, fucking hell. Sunday drivers, come on, you twat. This one, go. Okay, good girl. Right. And cyclists, of course, as well, who risk their lives, you know, all these businessmen that come out on a Sunday afternoon and race around the hills and the roads of the Pennines with all their posh, expensive cycling gear on and extremely thin wheels. Oh, it was taking their life into their hands, in my opinion. But we turn right here, Blackshaw Farm, and no public footpaths, no bridleway, no mountain biking. Okay. Not down there then. And there's even a security camera there recording us, look. That's the way I've gone every other time. Interesting thing, big few shepherd huts. And the field is full of, well, not full, there's 4 or 5 tiny little pokey little, like old-fashioned caravan style things. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to pay to stay there. Anyway, oh, and guess what I've just spotted over there as well. I thought they were horses to start with, but they're llamas, aren't they? Hello. Funny looking fellas. Hello. Well, they're using me, guys, but I guess they're sort of blocking the whole lane, so they've safety in numbers or something. It's a lovely, beautiful day, and you can see Glossop nestling over there in the distance. I'm very disappointed, in fact, that that farmer over there decided to put that sign up in the camera, blocking people, because that's such a lovely route to go up there, down to the farm, and then you can go up this dirt track basically. Not doing any harm to anybody. And you end up at the craggly bit at the top there, which is the quarry, and there's a trick point. So I'm gutted that I can't get up there. Continuing down the road that way for a good mile, 2 miles. There again, there's no footpath either side. And I don't want to go down there with the dog with all the fucking maniacs that are coming up and down it today. Having to stop and pull her over to the hedge every 2 minutes, every 10 seconds more like. So, gonna go down this way towards Glossop, head to Manor Park and the river, maybe go up to the quarry and have a look. And going this way, I know that there is a footpath at some point pretty soon down the road, so that's what I'm gonna do. Fellas, or ladies maybe, how the devil are you? Oh, it's a bit of muddy water you're drinking there, isn't it? You are nice colours though, you chaps. And in the same field there's the sheep and the lambs, so they must trust you not to go trampling along. I reckon these are beef cows, beef cattle, you know, because I can't see any others, and they're all quite young. And they'll have a proper name, I'm sure. I don't mean like Fred. I mean like, I don't know, I can't imagine any names. Heifer, is that what it is? I don't know. Steer? These definitely are red campions. Tell by the size, and they're much more uniform pink. Lovely. So I was coming down this horrible road, and just by coincidence I saw this little signpost at the side of the road. Obviously it's a very old footpath sign, ancient, and you'd barely notice it because there's only a little bit of wood sticking out, apart from the green sign on this side. So, and I just glanced over into the field, and the chap he's gone now with his little dog around the corner, but we had a good old chat about the farmer over there restricting paths that maybe he shouldn't have been restricting. The first part of the path apparently is it's up to him whether he closes it off or not, but he apparently then has to provide an alternative route or something like that. I don't know the ins and outs of the law regarding footpaths, but people have had to run into him in the past accordingly, and all of that path up to the quarry at the top has been shut. So I'm glad I spotted that bloke, which made me realise this definitely was a footpath. Cut long story short, he said I can follow it down here and into that wood over there. It's good to try it somewhere new, isn't it? Instead of going all the way down the road into Glossop, down that dangerous road there. Is he getting rid of me or hunting for something, do you think? Looking like a hunting bird. Coming back. A second bombing run. Pretty sure that's a widow or something like that. Or I think I even saw a little bit of a crest on his head. Unusual sound it makes. Like when you accidentally step on a dog's way. Look at these beautiful shiny petal buttercups glinting in the sun. Nice, eh? Yeah. Bloody lovely. You know we are on a public footpath this bit. Please keep to the path and keep dogs under close control. That's usually it says on a lead, so that's all right. I might let you off. What do you think? Should we let you off? Yeah, about bloody time. absolute volley, aren't you? She loves long grass. I think that's what it is. Back down by the River Mersey yesterday, the banks were full of swathes. There's one of my favourite words again. Bushels of grass. A carpet. A thick carpet of grass. There we go. Overgrown, wooded embankment, steep embankment. What does the sign say? Keep out, bull in field. Slightly misplaced, I'm guessing. Here's Lowground, Ducks and Risen St Ward. Nice little sign. And that's just outside the Howard Town Brewery, which looks very 70s, late 70s, 80s in its design, but I'm sure produces delicious beers. And I think we'll stop there on the way back rather than now. We'll get up the hill a bit, do a bit of exercise, and then we'll come back and have a treat to a pint on the way back, shall we? So I've never actually been there for a pint. Almost like a brewery tap kind of thing with a little garden outside. So yeah, not particularly astounding looking building, but good beer nonetheless. Now we've got a steep bit, and then after that, a steep bit. So let's see how we do. Now I'm not sure that these are actually coltsfoot. They could be. There's lots of them by the side of this road here, very tall, spindly. Dandelion-y, small dandelion-y leaves. Nice ladies' gloves or fox gloves, are they? I don't know if they're the same thing or not. Saw some of these yesterday as well on our little walk, didn't we? They're nice, not even quite open yet. And just up here, where was it? I saw something else. Here it is. I saw this thing yesterday as well, and I wondered if it was actually a garden plant, and maybe it is. But that's interesting, isn't it? That orange, bright orangey red, and a hairy stem. Wonder what that is. So that must be, I don't know, 10, 11 that we've seen so far. 12 maybe now, because we've got some big oxeye daisies here. They're lovely, aren't they? Beautiful. And this is nice, isn't it? Seen this lots of times in the last few days. Again, very hairy, almost prickly stems, and very intense blue colour petals. Beautiful little thing. Hello, horsey. How the devil are you? Grass is always greener, eh? You do seem to have munched your field down to a couple of inches, so I don't blame you. If I was feeling limber, I'd get up there and give you a stroke. Come on then. Come on, Min. It's always a lot steeper than I remember. Very nice, obviously. This protected little can't even be bothered to talk. It's so steep, but it looks like it's levels out a bit in a minute, so then that'll be better. I think we're going to push ourselves today to at least get to the top and to the tarn at the top, trig point rather. Lay our hands on that, have a break, a drink, some snacks, and take in the view before we head back down again. And do you think you can manage that? Well, I suppose so. Okay then. Jaggedy bits of the quarry here, and this looks pretty steep, but it is steep, you know, even going to the left of the quarry as I usually do round there. Perhaps it's not quite as immediately steep as it is here. I don't know, we'll find out. Good to go a different way, and thankfully 10-15 minutes we'll be at the top of the hill and we can have a good view, break, and then it's all the way downhill and a pint. Looking forward to that. Well, I almost flagged for a minute then, thought let's go back down again, I can't be bothered. And two things happened. Stopped for a quick breather for a few seconds and saw that view behind me, just worth it. When you get up so high that you can see beyond the hills into the plains of the Manchester Valley, the Goyt Valley over there before the far distant hazy hills, and all of this glossop laid out before me. Fire Tuck Hill down there, and then the second thing that happened was Minnie, obviously sensing my slight distress at the steep climb, gave my hand a couple of licks, and I just thought, oh, thanks little buddy, you inspired me. And now, if I turn the camera around and face you what I'm looking at, you can see that we've pretty much reached the top of the steep bit, and you can see those people up way over there in the distance who absolutely whooped me to the top, and they will be up to there near the trig point now. So let's go and join them. To this, I've been to little parts of this quarry before and explored it a little bit, but it's a lot more extensive over there than I've never been over there. You can see from all the hillocks, I guess that's spoil or something, but they obviously built little ramshackle lodges up here on the side of the hill itself, the workers probably, to house themselves overnight. I mean, I'm guessing if you were working here Monday to Friday, say, you know, it would be a bit of a ball ache to have to traipse all the way back down to the village every evening and then every morning. So perhaps they regularly at least stayed here overnight. And there's a few of those little dilapidated now sheds, or maybe that's what they were, sheds just for storage. Oh, I'd be interested to know. If only I could turn the clock back 100, 200 years and just watch and see how things were progressing and what was going on. Yeah, I'm glad I kept her on the lead. She's dead keen to get to these sheep, and if she'd been free to roam, she would have. I'd have had. Look at that. See, I'd have had trouble getting her back. There's a couple of times already that she's refused to come back to me, even when there's, when there's been no danger or animals or anything else going on. Just refused to come back until I got quite stern with my voice. And so yeah, I guess if you've got your own dog, you know your limitations, but and I think I know Minnie quite well after 2 weeks, but still, I'm not going to take any risks. Here's our little hut. Now, it's always further away than I thought it is. So this is where I traditionally, before I head up there past that barrel, head over there and back to the nasty farmer's field who didn't let us down his path earlier. So this is traditionally where I've stopped with a little bit of shelter from the wind, which is ironic really, because I've come to the top of the hill where the wind is most strong and then sought shelter of kind. But we're going to stop and have a cup of tea and some water and maybe a couple of snacks and sit on this. Let's sit on this, shall we? Out of the wind. Oh, good girl. Better to be going down, isn't it? What do you think? Oh, fantastic to go down. I can't wait to get to the bottom and go to the pub. Yeah, okay, well, enjoy the view. You know, make the most of it. I'm trying to get you in the picture. Oh, honestly. Well, sun's come back out again, so it's nice, and yeah, we're off the top of the hill, which is a bit chilly. Chippy? Nippy? Lily. Chippy, chilly, lily. And downward all the way now, but it's very craggy, so you got to watch your feet, especially since I haven't got proper walking boots on, you know. My ankles aren't really protected by these walking shoes, they are, or bootlets maybe. Won't be long now though, 10-15 minutes. I'll be down at Howard Town Brewery if they're still open, sample what they have to offer. Can't believe on this bit up here I hardly ever pass anybody, you know. It's weird. The other routes, the other footpaths, closer to the town, I guess. But it's lovely. This walk up to the top. Even nicer when it's a circular route and the farmer's not been in pain, but there we go. Yep, go, hop, hop. On previous videos, quite a few previous videos actually, from other hills around the area, I've talked about this long, thin, narrow stretch of fir trees there. I think it's mostly fir trees. Very close together though, and very dark, because I was considering camping in there. It's obviously very securely fenced off, but fairly flat, and then its sister copse, if you like, over there. Very mature trees, but it's probably used for pheasant shooting, you know. I've seen stands of trees like that where the beaters, as they're called, make a lot of noise and beat with sticks in the undergrowth, and the pheasants come flying up, and the posh knobs shoot the pheasants with their guns. So although I might be safe camping in there, the trees are too close together, it's very dark. Do seem to be a lot of falling trees as well, so perhaps not too safe. And knowing that miserable farmer, he's got trail cams set up so that he can keep an eye on people trying to camp in there, do that very thing. Anyway, I'll find a place eventually for my first wild camp. Still not happened yet, but it will, I'm sure, one day soon. Especially now the nicer weather's here, eh?
Oh yeah, it's beautiful today.
Good, glad you agree. The other thing, of course, about camping in a pine forest like that is the ground is littered with years and years worth of rotting needles, and during the summer especially, they're going to be tinder dry, and you wouldn't be able to have any fire, and you'd probably be risking it even just having a gas stove in there, you know, so probably better to be safe than sorry. is here. That was good, wasn't it? That was a nice refreshing stop. Dog water provided as well, that was nice of them. Lovely pint. And I know you can expect to have a fantastic pint when it's at the brewery tap, but delicious nonetheless. Welcome to the Queen's Arms Country Inn. Shepley Street. Hello. Tempted by the Sunday dinner. Lovely little river this, running through Manor Park. And on a scorching hot day, it's got loads of kids playing in it and everything, it's great. And shallow enough not to be any danger, really. Can't believe you found yourself such a fucking bloody great big pool. Are we going to take that all the way home? Are we? I'd love to have a little explore on the beach with you there, yeah, but got a train to catch. Goodbye, Glossop. Minnie with her new bowl. Look at the size of it. And back onto the bottom of that terrible road that we were on earlier. Thank God we found an alternative route, eh? Let's get up to the train station now.
to another plane. Another one. Just one quick one. Come on then.